Good evening. Tonight I want to try for you guys something I found in the liquor store, a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago. It's been a while. And I just opened it the other day. It's part of the queue of my lineup. When I get some completed, I open some new ones. So I got the Johnny Walker Green knocked out and thought it's time to open a new one and try for you guys. It is Glen Garioch, and it's spelled funny, Glen Garioch, but it's pronounced Glen Garioch. It is a 12-year-old. It is a Highlands single malt Scotch. It's a 12-year-old. It's on the east side of Scotland. I think of Scotland sort of like your hand, I guess. Or, I don't know, something like that maybe. And over here, this is Aberdeen on the east-west coast. Glen Garioch's back toward here. It's one of the furthest of the eastern distilleries. It's not very far from Aberdeen. It's in the middle of the centralized Pictish area where there's more Pictish rune stones and so on and so forth in that area. It's an old distillery, 1797. Or, wait a minute. Yeah, 1797. Says so on the cork. And also on the cork. I've had it open about a week. It's 48% APV. I've had, 3 or 4 nights I've had a couple of drams each night. I read to you just a little bit because I think it's important. Handcrafted since 1797, the non-chill filtered 12-year-old single malt gains its distinctive Highland character from a classic marriage of bourbon and sherry casks, fresh heather, poached pears, and a hint of oak. There's not much to go on the 12-year-old out there, so this is all going to kind of be on my own. There was a little bit in the whiskey classified on it, but not on the 12. It was only on the Founder's Reserve. Glen Garioch went through a change in the early 2000s, and they kind of scrapped a lot of the old stuff marketing-wise, and they came out with just the Founder's Reserve and Glen Garioch 12. I do think they offer some older samplings, but I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what's out there. These are the two that we find in my area only, are the 12 and the Founder's Reserve. I paid, my nose is itching. Paid $52.99. They were out of the Founder's Reserve and they had it on sale for, I think it was $48.99, and they had one bottle of this left for $52.99, so I purchased it. For 12-year-old, I thought it was a pretty good price. Anyway, let's get on to the tasting. I do not know if it has caramel in it, as it does have sherry casks. So I'm not going to comment either way as that. All I can tell you is it looks like it may have caramel in it, but I can't prove whether it does or don't. Got it, my Scotch Trooper glass. It's got medium dark amber, very viscous, thin, slow to medium legs going on. I said 48% alcohol by volume, I think I said. Get dried dates and dried raisins on the nose immediately. Nutmeg. A lot of fresh pears. A little floral spice, cardamom. Get a little cardamom on the nose. And a little vanilla. Does that jive with my notes? Yep. Pretty much. raisins, dates, nutmeg, cardamom, and vanilla. Not so much the dried date and raisin now. It falls to the background. It's still there, but falls to the background. Dried apples. The pear turns faint. Still get the cardamom, the nutmeg, black pepper. It's a little salty. The vanilla is almost a vanilla custard, and it comes in at the. It comes in the finish. A good medium finish on this. This is a good finish. Creamy. Very creamy. You wouldn't know it's 48%. Finish is excellent on this one. It just keeps hanging around. Oh. Every time I try it, I like it a little better. I mean, it's really good stuff. It grows on a little more. I want to put it in the class of a Macallan or Glenfarclas. I can't because it's not a complete sherry and you can taste it. You taste the sherry, and the sherry's a very good sherry. The sherry influences is excellent in this. But you can taste the bourbon cask too. The bourbon spiciness is there, and the apple and the vanilla custard. Oh my. But you're balancing it with the sherry. This is very balanced. Of all the 12-year-olds I've tasted, 10 and 12-year-olds, that is a combination sherry casks and bourbon casks. They got their mix right. They got their mix right on this one. I don't know what it is. Don't know the percentages. Don't care. They got it right. And I'm going to tell you something else. It tastes like there's older Scotch in here than 12-year-old. Some of that sherry in there tastes much older than 12-year-old Scotch. Much older. It's just very rich. This is a rich Scotch. It is a surprise. I've paid more for a whole lot less. Excuse me. One more taste. That richness in the end and the finish. Dark chocolate. Not the overly bitter dark chocolate though. It's that chocolate that rides the line between sweetness and bitter. It's not. It's there. There's a chocolate, a chocolate flavor in the back of that. It's excellent stuff. I give this an 89 out of 100. It's a solid 89 out of 100. If you have a chance to get it and for a good price, I strongly suggest you do. This gets my seal of approval. This will probably be a repeat purchase, for sure. I like it that much. For the price, it's good stuff. I would like to get some older iterations of this. I gotta try the Founder's Reserve now. It's a non-age stated, but this tastes this good. I'm just kind of curious. I want to compare one to the other. So that's a mission. I'm gonna find me some Founder's Reserve. That being said, 89 out of 100. It's an enjoyable dram, enjoyable thing. Thanks again. The Force was with me tonight. Everybody have a good night. Remember, the spirit in your glass isn't running from you. Take time, sip it, and enjoy it. With that being said, good night.